Good morning, black, brown, yellow, and red people, and white American criminals. White America, I have kidnapped some of your white children. If you are of the white tribe and this makes you anxious, angry, or outraged, if this makes you want to hurt or even kill the doer of this egregious crime, you may not be white, you might be a nigger. Because when you did this to us, that's how we, the niggers, felt. Feel that niggerishness, that endless seething hatred swelling in you. Remember it, and you'll no longer need your Oscar-nominated empathy. This recording serves to tell you a brief story, to introduce myself in a parable, in the motif of dogs, crime, and evolution. In the beginning, in the land of Christian goodness, there sat stolen, chained dogs as far as the eye could see. They suffered in repugnant misery. But as evolution demands, a few rose up against the injustice of the Christians who stole them. The first, a dog named Tom, a mutt, tail-wagging and docile, hoped and prayed the Christian would be fair and righteous one day. He did all they told him with a smile. He hoped the thieves would change their evil ways and hearts because he was an obedient dog. He hoped all the talk of Christianity, fellowship, and brotherhood had real meaning for some godly future. But only the days changed. Tom died of a hopeless, broken spirit. The second, a dog named Frederick, a wide-eyed border collie, educated himself studying the Christians' ways, seeing they loved to talk and say fabulous things, and how well Frederick learned to do this, how eloquently. But still he found himself in the Christians' eyes as being little more than a freak, an anomaly, a dog that could copy them. And Frederick foresaw the pain, brutality, and suffering inflicted on the dogs would continue on. The Christians' talk was only idealistic chatter between atrocities. Frederick, too, died of a broken spirit. The third dog, a dog named Marcus, was different. Marcus was a vicious, no-name street dog, living off whatever scraps he could scrounge up, daring the cold, inviting the Christians' kicks and curses. Even his fellow dogs cursed him, fearing for their safety because of Marcus's big mouth. Marcus had found anger, a thing the dogs had lost, a thing thought bred out, a thing against the Christians' laws. In this state, he snarled, plotted, and conspired, having given up on any notion of God helping them. In the night, he howled for a separate land and a separate way. Marcus gave the dogs their own flag. The Christians overheard and saw alarming and chilling them. The illusion the dogs were sheep-like ended. The Christians poisoned Marcus, but too many had heard the howl of Marcus and seen that flag. The fourth, a dog named Martin, was a beautiful Saint Bernard, trying gentleness and the elegance of ideas like Frederick, turning the other cheek even when the Christians kicked him down. He practiced Christian teaching and fellowship beyond a fault. He won many of the Christians' hearts. They rewarded the dogs with a few dignities, things simple and long overdue. But many Christians hated the gentle, persuasive power of this charming, beautiful Saint Bernard. Despite all his fellowship, the Christians rewarded Martin with a bullet from the darkness. The fifth, a dog named Huey X, was a Doberman, sleek and viciously witted, defined in purpose and wickedly tenacious. He took up arms openly, unabashedly, ready to kill and brutalize the Christians without remorse, cursing and accusing them with every breath and word. In the season of the fifth dog, the Christians' blood was first spilled. For the first time, the Christians feared for their lives because the fifth dog had put together an army. And to the Christians' amazement, Huey X had even recruited the help of some Christians. To ensure their survival, the Christians ordered the assassination of Huey X using other dogs. I am Abimelech, the sixth dog, the Rottweiler. I am what finally appears in the cradle of slaves, those relentlessly humiliated, whipped, hanged, dynamited, maced, batoned, chewed on by police dogs, hosed, assassinated, their men jailed, their women raped, their children sodomized, generation after generation after generation. I am what finally appears in the cradle of slaves after American values have bred out all goodness. A pure, racist Negro, free of the shackle called goodness, free of the shackle called peace, free of the shackle of wanting a long life, free of the shackles called religion and tradition, born to judge by the color of your evil, not the content of your Bible. Unlike my predecessors, I don't want you to change. You can't. White racism is reflexive, like blinking, urinating, defecating, and now the world hopelessly reeks of it. What I do want for me not puncturing all the Jimmy and Sues is a traitor, one who helps you at the highest levels of government, working against her own people, brothers and sisters.